Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
At the 39-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Goff. That'll be caught by Cup and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. These two teams all tied after one.
The first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun. Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains.
1st down, Los Angeles.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, here's Goff. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he's into the clear. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense, sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 29-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run this with Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Goff on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the flag thrown for the contact, mark off the yardage.
And sometimes you just read a hitch route way too fast. You get there before you're supposed to, and there's the penalty.
Now Goff on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30.
Let's get that
swag in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
From From the gun on third down, Goff. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That third down conversion good for 23.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Akers. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Rams.
Goff now to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And it's second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
56, check 56.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Third down.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
56, value three. Mike 56, Mike 56. Cut. Mike 56.
To the air again. Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Again, Goff. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. with the option. That's complete. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Los Angeles.
Robert Woods in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
Makes the score Seahawks 20, Rams 14.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
26-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check. Not just kickers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On the ground, it's Akers. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Wilson. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. That was the safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. On the handoff, it's Akers. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd, gone. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. Open man is Duvernay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Pollard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
14. Hey, 0. Reset.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school.
I'll decline it.
Didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Set to begin
the
Rams offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play. First down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Gone. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Throwing again is gone. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do, don't let 89 go deep.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Going right back to Akers. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Rams can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead.
Seahawks 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
On first down, Pollard. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, Wilson. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Gone. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Wilson. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
Now here's Pollard, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tony Pollard, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that might just seal the deal here. It makes it a 2-score game with not a lot of time on the clock.
Seahawks 30, Rams 21. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Akers.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Brings up second.
Goff now to throw.
The 33-yard line.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Los Angeles.
Now Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now it's Goff. And got him in. It's Woods. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff throwing again. He's going to let it fly. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score Seahawks 30. Rams.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So back at the midfield stripe now, they'll come up 2nd and long. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the